I'm Bret Dockter. I am Bret Dockter. I'm the Harvey Wells County head football coach and 2022 Teacher of the Year in North Dakota, and just enjoy sports, talking about it.
You ready for me to ask some questions?
Yep, I'm ready.
What is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport has got to be football. I got involved at a very young age, and you know, just have loved it ever since. Got a lot of family in football. I've been coaching. This next year will be my 30th year in Harvey, so I've enjoyed it. And just there's something about the teamwork in football that I don't think any other sport can duplicate.
Who are your favorite pro and college sports teams?
Oh, I like Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the pro. I like them because of way back when they had Tony Dungy and Derek Brooks and those guys. Always kind of liked them for that reason. And then college, I got to go with the Bison. My son-in-law played for the Bison. I know my cousin played for and coached for the Bison. So we got a lot of roots there, and just enjoy them, and got to know Cordell Volson, real good friend of mine now, and run a camp with him, and just he's a Bison through and through. So just NDSU and Tampa Bay are my two big ones.
Cordell plays in the NFL, right? Cordell
Yep,
Wolf.
yeah, yep. Plays for the Bengals.
Yeah, they have been struggling quite a bit.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite athlete?
Oh, that's a good question. I think my favorite one that I've always enjoyed and watched, especially, is Michael Jordan. Of all of them, he just had a tremendous work ethic, and he refused to lose. He just, he would go out day in and day out, whether he's sick or hurt, and I liked watching him. I enjoyed him.
What positions did you play in sports?
In football, I played a defensive end and a fullback, and in basketball, I played guard and some forward.
So you said you just coach football, right? Or do you?
Yeah, I'm head coach football, and for a long time I did junior high boys basketball. I did some track. I think this year I'm going to help again with junior high boys basketball because all my kids are now graduating, so I got some time. So I enjoy coaching. I think it's a great time. So yeah, I'd probably get back into some basketball this year, and but yeah, most of my time extracurricular is football.
What were your team? This was probably more beginning season question, but your football team's biggest strengths and weaknesses.
Well, this year we had a lot of guys back. Unfortunately for us, we had a major rash of injuries. We lost an all-stater before the season started. Lost a couple of two or three linemen during the season that we had to struggle to replace. So that was kind of hard. That was kind of hard on the team, But I think one of our things that has really stood out to me this year of our team was the closeness of our team. They generally liked each other, and that's something that I really take a lot of pride in.
You guys played in the region that Langdon was, right?
Yeah, we did. Yep, yep.
Was a pretty tough one. I
Yeah,
mean,
we had a real tough.
I don't see a lot of that part of the state, that
Sure.
area. So,
Yeah, it was a tough region up there. Yeah.
because there's Langdon and Thompson, right? I think are in there.
Yeah, and then we also played Edgeley, and we also played Velva. So we had a pretty tough schedule this year.
You guys beat Velva though, didn't you?
We did, yeah, yep, we did.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
and then we played Langdon the next week and just had too many injuries to overcome. And yeah, I just kind of had a struggle there for a while.
what were they back-to-back weeks you played them?
Yeah, we played Edgeley, Velva, and Langdon back to back to back. So it was some physical football right out of the gate.
Did you guys make the playoffs or not?
We did not this year. We missed out on the playoffs.
What was a pregame ritual that you had?
Oh, I think one of the things that I one of the things that we do now, I think well, I think one of the pregame things I do myself is eat the same thing usually every week before on Thursday nights, just because I don't want to, and I wear the same coat and all that stuff. But that's just superstition, I think. But um, one of the things that we started doing is the at home games we have a great policeman that will escort the team to the field and for the Hornet Walk, and I that's really been kind of cool. It's starting a tradition up. So yeah, just I mean those kind of things. But for myself, it's just trying to um, be a little bit superstitious once in a while.
What are some major highlights that you've had in sports?
Yeah, I don't know. There's been quite a few of them. We've played in state championships 5 times, and we've won three. Those have been pretty cool, winning the region. But I think just my favorite thing is to see these kids and how they become men, and then they come back and see you and stuff. I think that's probably the best thing is when they come back and they talk and they got families and they've got this and that, and you see how much of a man they've become. It's pretty neat. Um, but I mean, as far as winning and losing, I guess state championships were very cool. And I guess my favorite part of the season, honestly, is practice. I just love practice because uh, we get to get better every day together. So I just love that part of it.
What's one memorable game you played in or coached in that you remember?
Oh gosh, there's been several, but I think one of the games that I'll never forget was we played Velva in 2008 for the state semis, and it blizzard. It was a huge blizzard on Wednesday or Thursday, and we had to go to Velva. And Velva couldn't get their field ready, so we had to go up to mine and play at Herb Parker, and it was probably about 15 degrees, and we had to play at night, so it got colder as the game went on. And we ended up winning that game to go to state and win the state then. But it was just that memory of that being out in that cold and the snowbanks and all of that stuff. It was a crazy atmosphere, because the week before it was like 70, just like it is this year. And then the next week we had about 2 feet of snow. So that's one that sticks to my mind quite a bit.
That was in the playoffs?
Yeah, state semis that year, 2008.
Yeah, usually that can happen in the
Yeah,
playoffs,
yeah, yeah.
but this year not so much. So,
No, this year was a good year for the guys playing in playoffs.
yeah. This one, I mean, everyone has a different opinion on this question, but which side do you think is a little more important, offense or defense?
Oh gosh. To be honest with you, this is going to sound cliche, but I think they're all really important. I think I think your offense can be your best defense sometimes, taking care of the football and running the football. I think defensively, that can be your best offense sometimes. So, and then of course, I don't like special teams. We won a couple games even this year with special teams plays. So I think all three phases are equally important. I think, um, they've all got to be worked on every day. In practice, we work on every phase of the game, whether it be special teams kicking, uh, tackling, for defense. Well, I mean, whatever it is, we got to work on it. And so I think all three of them are equally important. Um, and if they all work right, they should all complement each other.
Do you for next season, do you guys return a lot of key
We
players?
actually, yeah, we actually do, Ryan. We have we're real excited. We've got nine starters back on defense and eight on offense, I believe, and on the starting defensive side, two all-staters, and three, four all-region guys. Where as long as they can stay healthy, we should be in the mix. That was the issue this year. We lost so many guys up and down for injuries. We didn't have that consistency, so we got to find a way to keep them healthy. If that can happen, and if we do, we feel like we should be in the mix for some good things. But football's a game that you got to have. Well, especially at our level, we got to have guys that we have to keep our guys healthy, and that's been a struggle this year. So we feel like we're going to be in the mix. The guys are working hard. They were not very happy missing the playoffs, and they missed the playoffs by a total of 6 points, I believe. So they were pretty adamant to get back. They are right now. So they put in a lot of time already this year, and now they're into wrestling and basketball, and they're still lifting like crazy. So we're excited for our prospects next year.
So that'd be like a goal or expectation then, would be to make the playoffs probably.
Yeah, to be quite honest with you, our goal is to get in deeper into the playoffs next year. I think with what we have coming back, like I said, you got to stay healthy first and foremost, and we got to have these guys continue the work they're putting in. But yeah, we want to a make the playoffs and b definitely make a run in the playoffs. We think we've got a team that's physical enough to do it. But again, we get it all work. I'll see how it all works out this summer and fall.
That's the thing in football, staying healthy.
Yeah, that was our issue this year. We just couldn't get away from more broken bones I've ever seen in my life.
Who were the teams in your region that made the playoffs?
So Langdon was number one. Park River was two. And Park River did a really nice job this year. They didn't make the playoffs last year, and they had a great season. Langdon, of course, obviously state champs. They were solid all year. Thompson was the third seed. They were a good team. Had a lot of guys out, and then Grafton was the fourth seed. So we had some good teams in our region. Carrington was no slouch, and they were the sixth team out there. So there was some really good football, and every night you played, it would seem like anybody could beat anybody, an exception of Langdon. I think Langdon was probably the class of well, and you saw it in the state too. They were probably the class above everybody. Just Jax Johnson and Coach K did a great job up there this year. So yeah, so we had a real tough region. We had an opening schedule of Edgeley, who was quarterfinalists and we're a very good football team. And we also played Velva, who was state semifinalists. And so we put our guys through the fire this year, and hopefully that pays off for this next year.
Langdon still returns quite a bit. Okay.
Yeah, they're going to be all right. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah.
What made you get into being a coach?
Question. Other coaches I've had, and one of my sixth grade teacher when I was in sixth grade, he was the head basketball coach, and I don't know how we got to talking, but somehow he let me sit on the bench one night and help him, or I guess just be there. I wasn't really much of a help, but he let me be an assistant, and that just kind of I just love that camaraderie, that team stuff that goes on in game, and from then I was hooked. And as soon as I got college and stuff, I was coaching, and got out of college. I knew I wanted to continue it on, and it's been something that it goes hand in hand with teaching. Coaches are great teachers. They do the stuff that we do in the classroom. They do every day on the field. So it works hand in hand.
What hobbies or interests do you have besides coaching and teaching?
Yeah, that's another good question. I like, I like to watch football. Obviously, I'm proud dad of three daughters, and we're going to be having a granddaughter. So that's going to be taking up a lot of our time, which I'm very excited for. But just myself, I don't know. I don't really. When it's basically school and football, and every once in a while I'll go to the casino and spend some time spinning some wheels, but not a ton. And I don't know. I like what I do, so that's kind of my hobby. I like being in the classroom, getting things ready, and so on, and getting football stuff going. So yeah, those kind of things. I mean, I don't have a lot of hobbies really.
What's your favorite song? You gotta.
I don't even know. That's another good question. I got a lot of them. I don't know. I have a whole when we travel, I take my headphones and just like all the boys and all my other coaches, we all listen to music. And I guess I don't really have a favorite. I think I have a lot of favorites. And right now I'm into podcasts, so I've been kind of not listening to as much music as I have been podcasts. But I think just especially when we're on the road and we're traveling, I like to have music, some rock and roll, maybe old '80s rock. That's probably my favorite stuff.
Do you got a favorite Christmas song or movie that you like?
Oh, we love Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. That's a family tradition in our house, and we watch it every year. Can't beat it. It's a great show.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Got to be turkey. Got to be turkey. Smoked turkey. Got to be.
You got any questions you want to ask? I think that's all I
No,
have.
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I had. So.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you, Ryan.